And this is one good thing about the Republican Party, is they know how to set a narrative. They know how to get together, even though, the dam broke in that party and things exploded and there's crap all over the wall. They will send a narrative out that we're all right. Not our fault. Democrats' fault. I mean, look at January 6th. Some of the narratives they put out on that were just so absolutely ridiculous. They were visitors. They were sightseers. We didn't see anything going on there. Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. And then they started blaming Democrats, and they were saying Democrat plant. But the problem is, with this vulnerable base that they have, and with these radical right media companies, they're able to do that because these people that watch, they absorb it and they believe it. Because if it came from Fox News, it's got to be true, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what they did. They thought, all right, we look like clowns again today. So what do we do? So they all get in a room and they set the narrative. And the narrative was, ladies and gentlemen, it was the Democrats' fault. Do you notice that? It was all over right-wing news. It was all over online, Fox News, Newsmax, and those other toilet trash radical right news organizations. So they set it to where it was the Democrats' fault. And the narrative was out. Listen to this.
I think today was a political decision by the Democrats.
Democrats just removed the Republican speaker.
Democrats basically turned on Republicans and ousted Kevin McCarthy.
Every one of the Democrats voted against McCarthy.
You had eight Republicans that came together yesterday with 208 Democrats. So effectively, this was a Democrat eviction of Speaker McCarthy.
They're good at that, I got to say. They're really, I don't know if they send a text out to each other or what they do, but they're really good at sending the narrative out. It's just unbelievable. And what gets me is that it couldn't be further from the truth. We saw it with our own eyes. We heard it. We witnessed it day after day of what was going on. I could only call it a clown show because that's exactly what it was. And we saw it unfold by the hour. But when it goes out on a narrative like that, like on Fox News and the other things, that base only watches and hears that radical right news. So they don't know any other. And they only go to Truth Social, and they only go to places that present the news what they want to hear. They don't want to know the truth. So now that whole base thinks, yeah, it was the Dems' fault. But then you even look a few hours later, these guys are talking about punching each other out. Look at this.
Do you agree with Congressman McHenry's decision? He's the temporary speaker, the Speaker pro tem, to put a pause on the week to let tensions settle?
Jake, I'll be really candid. I think if we had stayed together in the meeting last night, I think that you would have seen fists thrown, and I'm not being dramatic when I say that. There is a lot of raw emotions right now. I think it was best to let folks go back home, decompress a little bit, and then come back together.
Don't you just love it? Democrats' fault, though. And the personal insults that these guys put out, attacking each other personally.
You got to think about this guy. This is a guy that the media didn't give a time of day to after he was accused of sleeping with an underage girl. And there's a reason why no one in the conference came and defended him, because we had all seen the videos he was showing on the House floor that all of us had walked away of the girls that he had slept with. He'd brag about how he would crush ED medicine and chase it with an energy drink so he could go all night.
So is that the Democrats' fault? Yeah, right. Thanks a lot, Republicans.